I was 15 years. I woke up one day and I realized that I can't see well. I was not staying with my parents. I was staying with someone else. So I was feared to tell him, so I hid it. So I realized I can't see well. They took me to hospital and the doctor tell us that I have glaucoma in my eyes. But we did not know anything about glaucoma. My eyes was not paining me or it was not doing anything. So we thought that maybe it can be a spiritual problem. So we leave the hospital and take it to the prayer camp. At the end, I became totally blind.
I was not born with a visual impairment, but the time when I'm glowing, I'm playing with one of my friends, and she threw orange to hit my eye.
My visual impaired, they didn't born me with it. It came in the time I was 7 years.
Priscilla became blind. That is when I noticed her movement. I sent her to a clinic, an eye clinic, and the doctor referred me to Kolebu. And through Kolebu, we have been going up and down. And later, they gave me a letter to send her to, is it Mamponakropon? Yes, because he's visually impaired. I was sad that why me? That's the question. I asked myself, why me? And that is my last born. And she is a lady too. That is the only lady that I have, and she is blind.
Qu'est-ce que vous
I noticed there is a school at Cape Coast, which is Cape Coast School for the Deaf and Blind. And that is where I sent her to.
My school is the school whereby we have integrated the deaf and the blind together. Also training people for the inclusive school where we have the sighted students.
Yeah, when we talk about inclusive education, we are talking about children who are special needs, learning together with their sighted peers in the same classroom. The children take part in activities that their sighted peers are also doing. They take active part in it. Like anything that the sighted are doing, the visual impaired also takes part in it.
But for those of you who are not familiar with the game, we are going to call out some phrases or words, okay? Now, let's say
when we come to inclusion, it means students with different disability studying together with their able counterparts, all doing the same thing at the same time together. Our participation simply means being involved in what you are, other people are doing. You are involved, you are included in it. You are not isolated.
people might think that learning with people with special needs, they might be also be affected in a way. So some parents don't even want their walls even to associate themselves with them. So sometimes they say, hey, don't play with this guy, don't play. You can't be in this school, you can't be in that school, you can't be in that home. But at the end of the day, they are all negatives. It is not true. You can do everything with them. So they shun their company. They don't want to, have anything in common with them. But that is wrong. They are all human beings.
I may say there are no differences per se, but because the visually impaired have a limit to ask how to learn, they don't take part in activities well, but with the guide of the resource teachers, they are able to learn alongside their peers in class.
All of the activities that they do in the house, I take part of it, including reading in the house. They think that I cannot do everything for myself. So one of my teachers told my mother that she should leave me to do my things. That is why I don't have more time to do the things for myself.
Yes, I can wash my own clothes and even wash my siblings' clothes. There's a lot of things I can do myself, but home they will not allow me to do.
So when I sent her to the school, I noticed that she started with the braille. She came home the first time she came home, in fact, she performed very well. Yes, because she was able to write the A, B, C, D up to Z, and then the 1, 2, 3. Some of the challenges I can say is when she wants to go to some place, unless she's being directed. I was happy when we get to, in the house, she started washing on her own and got to a time that even she washes my uniform and then some of my dresses, she would go to the drying line, dry it, go and remove them, and even to the extent of ironing some for me. And when we go to church also, she cooperates with the other friends. She has her friends who have been helping her to go up and down.
If we have enough assistive device, it can help us to do things that our sighted peers can do, like white canes, recorder, iPads, laptops, and frames and stylus. The white cane helps me to walk from my dormitory to school and walk to the dining hall. If I'm going somewhere, I cannot go without the white cane.
Please, the white cane, because it helped me to move around my community or in my school.
So when we say Paul is tall, what do you say of Alex? Alex is short. Then Alex is what? Short.
Empowerment is just giving you the enabling factors that will help you to contribute. For example, I talk about education. It has empowered me, school has empowered me to know a lot of things. Those of our friends that are in the house not educated, they don't even know how to use the cane. And they can't even write, express themselves in the Braille language. Well, I would like to inform them that it is not a waste to empower people with disability. If you invest in us, it yields. Yes, so they should continue to help.
Oh, disability as anything that is not normal, that you might think it is normal, but for that particular person, it's not normal with the person. So it can be that the person cannot see. It can be that the person is physically challenged. So anything that I would say is not normal, I would say it's a disability on the part of the human being.
My dream for the future, for my daughter, is for the world to see that if you are visually impaired, it's not a curse, neither is a taboo. So that at least where he's supposed to be, he should reach. If he should be a journalist, because I've been watching the news and I've heard a lot of, blind people who have come on the telly describing the job that they are doing. So she told me I want to be a journalist. So my aim is to push her where her interest is. And I hope by the grace of God, she will make it.
When I become a businessman, I will help visually impaired in future, because I have heard that some of the visually impaired are businessmen. So that one encouraged me that I can be like them in future when I learn hard. I want to tell the world that visual impairment is not a disease or a sickness. They should allow us to explore, but they should not overprotect us.
So I want to tell the world that we as visually impaired, we need help. We want them to help us with our assistive devices. That will help us to go far.